Hey YouTube, so this is Brian. I wanted to go over the reasons why I chose to buy an '05 through '09 Mustang GT. One reason is because of price. Yeah, I could have went and spent 30 to 40 grand on a newer Coyote Mustang, but it just does not make sense. Not for the little extra horsepower you're gonna get, you know. I can't fathom spending, 20 grand for 100 horse. To me, that's insane. Not knocking the people out there that do it. You know, some people have different financial abilities than others. Me, I don't make the kind of money to just go and drop 40 grand for a new Mustang and then, you know, figure another 20,000 in mods to make it, a 700, 800 horsepower monster. This car, it's, 300 at the crank. Realistically, rear wheel horsepower only about 250, 260. This is a manual, so it makes a little more power than the automatic because of drivetrain. But for 20 grand, I could basically turn this car into anything I want. It'll be a 800 or 900 horsepower monster if I want it, you don't want to do a bunch of stuff to your stock bottom end. So once this car, this car's got 48,000 miles on it right now. Once this car gets up to about 100,000, that's probably when I'll start doing my major purchases for the supercharger I want, because I do eventually want to be plus 700 horsepower. So in order to do that, I know I'm going to have to upgrade my fuel system. I know I'm going to have to upgrade my bottom end, forged components, steel, good pistons, rods, which honestly, they're not too terribly expensive, $1,700 into a bottom end, and you can put as much boost as you want, depending on your compression ratio. I know I'm gonna run a power adder at some point, whether it be, a turbo or a supercharger. I'd rather do the supercharger, but so I'm going to plan accordingly. I'm going to build my bottom end and choose a compression ratio that's going to work with that without and not have to worry about having my motor, grenade. So like I said, I got this car for under 10,000. So with everything on my shopping list, including the purchase of the car, is only $27,800, and that's going wide body, that's carbon fiber hood, carbon fiber ducktail, that's a wrap on the car because I plan on wrapping it and changing the color. So and my shopping list is huge. That's taillights, headlights, all sorts of different stuff, bumper covers, wheels, tires, that's upgraded fuel system, the cost of the engine parts, the cost of the machine work. So right there, that's not even just everything that I'll have into this car. It's still less than buying like a 17 or 18 GT, unless you find a really good deal. So why not? I mean, I'll have a, 8, 900 horsepower car very easily for that. So to me, I like this body style and the S197 enough to keep making changes to it and making it better and better and better until it is, you know, on right there on my dream car, you know, turn it into my dream car, because it's not necessarily my dream car. It's a car that I like and I've always wanted. But you know, if I'm going to put that kind of money into something, it's also a car that I'm going to keep. It's not one that I'm going to just get rid of. With me, my problem is I buy cars, I put money into them, and then I get bored. So hopefully that doesn't happen with this. I'm getting a little bit older. I've slowed down in buying and selling cars, but I mean, I've owned triple-digit cars, so I've owned well over 300 cars since I've been old enough to drive. I was buying cars before I was old enough to drive, but I've had a lot of cars, and my attention span isn't very good. But like I said, I've slowed down. I'm getting a little bit older. I've been keeping things a little bit longer, and I really like this car. I don't really have any complaints. It's comfortable. It's pretty quick for what it is. You know, I've drove way faster cars, but I know what I can do with this car. I know what it's capable of, and I know, yeah, it's a 3-valve. You build the motor, and the sky's the limit. That's the key. I see a lot of YouTubers that buy these Mustangs and they're like, you know, it's a 3-valve, whatever. I've made some of the craziest cars fast, ones that you wouldn't expect to be fast, and all it had to do was with motor work. You can pretty much make anything fast. You just gotta be willing to spend the money and, you know, buy the right key components to make it fast and make it reliable. There's cars, if you focus on doing a lot of power adders, but you don't do other things to help that, you're going to have an unreliable car. You're not going to make reliable power. You're going to have a broken car all the time because you're focusing on one thing when you need to focus on everything. You add more power, you need wider tires, you need better tires for traction. Everything goes hand in hand. You add too much boost, you need rods and components in your bottom end of your engine that will handle that extra pressure. So you have to focus on pretty much everything. So or you just stay mild and stay within the tolerances of the stock engine. But I mean, if you're serious about performance, you're going to know what key components you're going to need to upgrade to sustain that kind of power and have a reliable build. So, you know, my goal in the end is to have a high horsepower, reliable build. So I'm going through everything. I'm going through suspension. I'm going through, you know, my tire width is going to be extremely wide because I want to keep the traction, you know, underneath the car. I don't want to be going sideways all the time. You know, high horsepower cars, they usually will lose traction if you got a narrow tire. That ass end will be all over the place, especially if you're coming around a corner and you grab, you know, second gear. That car's going to go sideways on you, and if you don't have a lot of meat underneath the back end, you're going to lose it and crash into stuff. Better tires, wider tires, more traction, that's the key, because you can break the tires loose in a high horsepower car. You know, say you're doing a 60 mile an hour start and you drop a gear and smash the throttle, that car may light the tires up, but you're in a straight line, so you're less likely to get out of control and crash into something. It can happen, but with the extra tire underneath the back of the car will tend to stay straight. But yeah, basically that's my feelings on one reason to buy this style of Mustang. If you like the body style and want to keep a car for a long time and have a project that you can put money in over time and until it's that monster that you want to build, go for it. Save yourself some money, and you know, you're not going to beat every S550 out there, but you'll beat most of them, guaranteed. And you know, they're cheap. They're cheap cars. They're not real expensive right now. Where the newer GTs are pretty high in price. To me, it's just not worth it. So anyway, that wraps up my video. Thanks for watching. Let me know in comments if you like my video and what I can change. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you like the video and my content, and I will keep doing videos. Thank you.